Hi everybody, how's it going? My name is Darin Lovaas, and today I'm just going to talk really briefly about my opinion of the communicative learning approach. Okay, and this is specifically for language learning. That's what we're going to be focusing on today. To begin, I'm just going to give you a few quick points of my perspective of this approach to learning. So the first point is I think it's wonderful. Okay, it's wonderful because it dedicates class time to the skills that I believe that for most of us who have learned a second language, we consider the most difficult to develop well. And it dedicates time to speaking. That's what I meant to say, to speaking and listening. Um, in order to be able to speak well, a person needs to make, in my opinion, a great deal of mistakes. And this teaching approach, this learning approach, gives students the opportunity to make those mistakes in class and overcome them with the supervision and with the help of their teachers. So I think it's wonderful because it dedicates time to the skill that I believe requires the most attention to be able to develop it well. Now, here, my second point about this is that it provides an atmosphere in which students become more than listeners, they become learners, they become active in their learning. They are able to express their own ideas. They don't just react to something that they're learning, they interact with their learning. And that's all because these classes are very interactive. They provide students with opportunities to use what they're learning in real life situations, and I think that that's wonderful. Now, here, what I'd like to say next is how is it that I can integrate this manner of teaching or learning in my classroom? Well, I'm already using it, and what I was able to learn or really grasp by studying it this time around is just how important and how grateful I am for the great mentors that I've been able to have so far in my career who have taught me the importance of learner-centered classes rather than teacher-centered classes. But I believe there's always room to improve. So while I was studying, while I was learning more about this topic this time around, I was able to feel and recognize the importance of this. And my plan to be able to better integrate, to more fully integrate this approach to learning into my classes is simply through planning. It requires a great deal of planning to be able to know how to best utilize time in class, to know what exercises will be most effective, how can we prepare for a very interactive class, how can we engage students. All of those things are things that we need to prepare for in the planning stage of our classes. So planning is key. Planning is key. So that is how I plan to integrate this approach. I'm already doing it, but I can always improve, and I can definitely improve here. So planning will be key. Next, so the pros and the cons. So I believe that speaking is the most rewarding, in my personal experience, is the most rewarding skill that students can develop. When students can stand up and give a presentation in front of a class, when parents are able to see their children express complex ideas in a different language, there's just something special about that. And this approach focuses on speaking, so it brings high rewards to students, high rewards to parents, and also high level rewards to us as teachers. So that's something that I believe is wonderful about this, and it really brings the students into class. It engages students. Now, a few little difficulties about this approach. One, it requires motivated teaching, okay? If we aren't motivated, we can't really get students to get active. That's not something that we'd be able to do. If we don't provide good energy in the class, the students aren't going to have energy. They're not going to want to do the activities. So we need to be on our best when we give classes. And the final point that I believe is a con is that students with maybe learning difficulties or that are quite shy might feel a little bit intimidated or might struggle in a class like this. But on the other hand, if we help those students, if we focus on those students in the right way, this class can be the solution for the problems that those students face. So those are my ideas. My 5 minutes are up, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed a little bit about learning about my perspective, and that's it for me this time. All right, I'll see you guys later.